Welcome to Learning Retirement. If you're new here, my name is Matt. Thanks for stopping by. You know, it's funny how the genius of a man from 1845 can make more sense in today's workaday world in 2026 than half the life advice we'll get from anyone else. Henry David Thoreau, we've all heard of him, circa 8th grade English class if memory serves. Anyway, he's a guy who built a cabin by hand and decided to figure out what really mattered. He might have been the original minimalist. Back then, he called it living deliberately. Today, we call it trying to reclaim our sanity. Everywhere we look, people are stepping back. Our friends and neighbors are downsizing their homes, canceling subscriptions, trading in the 5,000 square foot dream for a smaller lake cabin or even a camper. And it's not about giving up. It's about getting back. Back to life, back to a meaning, back to peace. Thoreau had this one line that still hits me like a hammer, and that hammer is swung pretty hard. The cost of a thing is the amount of life which must be exchanged for it. Certainly that wasn't written for the Amazon Prime shopper or the guy trading in his $90,000 truck every 3 years, but it might as well have been. Because here we are, in 2026, surrounded by all this stuff. We've got smarter phones, bigger TVs, more gadgets than we can ever use, and somehow less time than ever. When I left the 9 to 5 grind, technically when it left me, I started to realize how much of my life I had been trading for things I didn't actually want, much less needed. Long hours, constant deadlines, all to buy a lifestyle that mostly kept me too tired to enjoy it, much less live it. And now the more I've slowed down, the more that Thoreau quote has started echoing in my head, not just as a philosophy, but as a warning. Because everything we own, the big mortgage, the shiny new truck, the latest phone, the streaming and cable plans, they all come with a hidden price tag, our time. You might not see it on the receipt, but that's what you're spending every day. You ever notice how every upgrade in life quietly becomes a leash you can't take off? The nicer the car, the bigger the payment, the smarter the phone, the dumber your peace of mind. The more streaming services you sign up for, the less you actually stream anything because you're too damn busy working to afford all of it. Thoreau figured this out almost 200 years ago without Wi-Fi, a bank app, or a smartphone. He called it the economy of life, and what he was really saying was, stop measuring your wealth in money and start measuring your wealth in freedom. Now, I'm guilty as hell too. I'm not living in a cabin in the woods, at least not yet. But losing that job, that was my wake-up call. And maybe you've had one too. A layoff, a nasty divorce, a health scare. Hell, I've had all three. Or just that moment when you realize you've been running full speed towards a finish line you actually have never really wanted to cross. When that happens, everything changes. Your definition of success starts to shift. You begin asking different questions like, how much does this actually cost me? And is it worth my peace of mind? In Thoreau's time, the economy of life meant food, shelter, clothing, and fuel. And fuel was free firewood. Today it's data plans, car insurance, the dreaded HOA fees, and the constant background noise of more. But the core truth hasn't changed. We can't buy our way into meaning. We could only trade time for it. So we better be sure we're getting a fair deal. These days, I find myself trying to live more like Thoreau. Not by chopping wood and milking goats, but by choosing what I want to let into my life. I sincerely enjoy saying no to those people or things that always seem to be clamoring for my time. If it doesn't add peace, purpose, or laughter to my day, it no longer makes the cut. That's what this learning retirement journey is going to be really about. It's not about giving up the modern world. It's about taking back ownership of our time in it. And I don't know about you, but the older I get, the more I realize the real wealth in life isn't the stuff we own. It's the mornings we wake up without a meeting, the meals we don't have to rush through, and the peace that comes from knowing you're finally living life on your own terms. It's giving up the conference room handshakes and watching a sunset by a lake in a camp chair, holding the hand of someone you care about. In the next couple episodes, we're going to dig a bit deeper into this Thoreau guy's 1845 vision, how his little cabin experiment speaks directly to our overconnected, overworked world. We'll talk about how to build your own version of Walden Pond only in 2026, even if it's just a quiet corner in your day. So if you've ever felt that pull to simplify or slow down, or just breathe again, join me. You're in the right place. I think that's enough Thoreau for today. I don't want to overload your brain or cause some 8th grade English PTSD flare-up. I hope you enjoyed this literary journey that rings truer today than ever. And I hope you come back next time for more learning in retirement. It's a beautiful day by a lake. This is what life is about. Tell you what, I'll come back if you'll come back. See you next time on Learning Retirement.